there, yogis. My name's Crystal Gray, and I help women deepen their knowledge of yoga and become amazing, transformative yoga teachers through videos like this, my Facebook groups, as well as yoga teacher trainings and yoga teacher mentoring. In today's video, I'm going to tell you some ways that you can make money as a yoga teacher besides teaching in a yoga studio, which is sometimes the only option people think of. Make sure you stay to the end of this video because I'm going to give you the biggest tip that has made the most opportunities in my yoga teaching career to date. The first 5 tips that I'll give you are ways that you can start making money as soon as you become a certified yoga teacher. If you're already certified, then you're in luck. You can start using these tips today. After those first 5 ways, we'll get into some other ways you can start making money after you have a little bit of a following. All right, let's dive into the first 5 ways you can start making money as a yoga teacher. So number 1 is to teach yoga at a local school for the school teachers. Now, make sure that you stay all the way through these first 5 because I'm going to tell you actually how I set up and structure these to make the most money. Number 2 is to teach at a local community college or even university. You have to have faith and you have to trust that you can do it. Okay, don't let yourself talk yourself out of doing something like this just because you aren't good enough to teach at a university or a college. Trust me, you know more than they do. Number 3, teach at a local gym. Number 4 is to teach at a local corporation or office building. Maybe you have a large factory or just any sort of business local to you. Number 5 is to reach out to chiropractors, a health food store, naturopaths, any sort of natural healing, and start to work with them in bringing together some yoga classes. The great thing about that is that you can both utilize each other's communities to make everybody more aware of your business as well as their business. So it's really a win-win. All right, now how to make the most money from these top 5 opportunities is to, instead of just saying, hey, I'll come teach yoga for $30 a class, I would say, and this is how I do it, I say I need a minimum of 10 students to sign up, and we're going to do a 6-week session. For the 6-week session, it's $60 per person that they have to pay up front, or it's $15 for them to drop into single classes. You really want them to sign up for the whole series, and there's a few different reasons why. The first reason is because they're a lot more likely to come to the classes if they've prepaid. If they haven't prepaid, it's really easy for them to be like, I don't really feel like it, I've got things I need to do. But if they've already paid, chances are they're gonna come. The second reason is because you don't wanna have, 15 people, say the first class, and then they start talking themselves out of it, and then by the end of the series, then you've only got one person coming to class. That has nothing to do with your skills as a yoga teacher. That's just what happens. And then you're going in and spending an hour just to teach to this one person for, $15, which just really isn't worth your time. So instead, if everybody's paying up front, you have a minimum of 6 students or of 10 students, and they're paying $60 for the whole series. That means that you're making $100 per class, and that is definitely worth your time and your energy. Even teaching to one person, yes, it's worth it, but you're going to burn yourself out. You have to make sure that it's an equal exchange of energy for the classes that you're teaching and committing to. All right, so after you have a little bit more of a following, and even you'll get more luck if you have a niche. So if you help your yoga students to overcome, or if you help them to face a certain struggle that they have, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get students and to fill your classes. So some of those ways that you can start making money after you have this following or this niche is to teach one-on-one private yoga lessons. The second way is to have a pop-up yoga studio. So maybe you can rent out a space at that local health food store or just at a storefront. You can rent out that space and bring in the following that you've already created. Another way that you could could start bringing in a little bit more money is to have half-day retreats or full-day retreats. Maybe you're going to do this on your own, or maybe you want to start working with a Reiki practitioner or again a naturopath or something like that, and you guys can each bring in your communities and make them even bigger events. After you get those smaller retreats down, you can start offering bigger retreats. Eventually, you can start maybe having your own certification, or you can do yoga teacher mentoring like I'm doing. There's a lot of different ways and avenues that you can start making money as a yoga teacher besides teaching at a yoga studio. My biggest tip that I told you to wait till the very end for is to ask. Ask if you can teach at places. Ask if people want to be in your referral network. Ask, ask, ask. That's the biggest way to create opportunities. You never know unless you ask. And I'll tell you, you'll be very surprised how many times you'll get a yes as how many times compared to how many times you'll get a no. You will get yeses a lot more often, so make sure that you ask. I hope that these tips help you to see that you can actually start making some money as a yoga teacher, or maybe give you the push you need to actually take a yoga teacher training, because yes, you can make money as a yoga teacher. There is no reason why it's a bad thing to make money as a yoga teacher. We don't have to be poor doing what we love. Imagine if everybody who's on this planet was out there doing a job that they loved instead of a job that they hated and they did not want to wake up in the morning for. It would be a much happier place to live. All right, you guys, have a great day. Don't forget to push subscribe and click that little bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Have a great day. Get out there and share your gifts with the world. Namaste.